There's a challenge going on hosted by Chick-fil-A, and it's basically whichever school eats the most amount of chicken will get a $5,000 check for their school. So we're going to ask some people some questions, and we're going to see what they think about this challenge. We're going to challenge the challenge. Let's see how it goes. Alex?
Yeah.
Good to meet you, Alex. What school do you go to?
I'm in college right now.
Oh, nice. Cool, me too. Nice.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Sweet, man. So just out of curiosity, what do you think about these home games? What's the appeal? What's the
I think
excitement?
this game, it's a big deal because it's like this two like rivalries of like the same city going at it.
Yeah.
And last year, San Marcos won and like broke like the drought of like 11 years. So it's
Right.
like it's good to like see like a rematch or something. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah. So, what is your do you have an attraction to sports in general, and what kind of sports do you like?
I like baseball a lot.
Cool.
Like that's like my heart. I've played it since I've like
Got the
so
nice baseball jersey. Nice.
I've been playing it since I was like 4. So
Sweet.
I think it's
That's awesome.
it's a tough game to like excel in. That's what
Sure.
makes it more exciting, and like it's just like all like different dynamics and stuff, and like
Totally, from like the players and the kind of analyzing the game.
yeah, fielding, hitting, like it's hard to do. It's not easy
Yeah.
stuff. So
So you misstep, that could be the difference between you hitting a plate and not hitting the plate.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
true.
just a bunch of different factors. So
True.
It's like I've grown up with it and I've loved it ever since. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Sweet, man. So, what do you think about like the Chick-fil-A challenge in that? What are your thoughts around that?
my thoughts is that honestly, I just think San Marcos has a better like chance of winning every year because it's literally down the street from them. So
Yeah, that's true.
It's not surprising when they win.
So like geographically, they're closer. So obviously, it makes logical sense.
Yeah. And they have a lot more kids too than Mission Hills does. So.
Talk a lot about like animal rights. We talk a lot about like animal cruelty, and we're here to kind of challenge the grain of conditioning that a lot of people have been growing up in, like basically thinking that certain animals are worthy of a certain level of treatment, basically kind of this disregard for life. And so when people like Eddie and I hear, oh, the person that eats the most amount of animals, chicken, right, gets a $5,000 check. Now, on the surface, that seems really sweet and very wonderful, and it is very wonderful that these people are getting money out of that. Now, do you think that there is some sort of do you think we should question our food choices in any meaningful way, or do you like?
Yeah, I can't go vegetarian or vegan because I don't know. I just like I've grown up with like meat a lot, so like I like.
Same.
And so. Like,
so I would ask, what is holding you back?
Honestly, I don't really think nothing's really holding me back. It's just like it's just me. I prefer like meat than like.
I used to be a very, very proactive meat eater. In fact, I was actually very anti-vegan for a while. So I would go on Facebook and I would spew fuck vegans and try to like logically destroy or decimate them. And then after a while I was like, wow, okay, these vegans have a point, logically speaking, ethically speaking, environmentally.
But like at the same time, it's not going to change anything. Like people aren't just going to change like just like that because people like say like it's bad or it's hurting the animals and stuff. Like
sure. Well, do you think that like when there was slavery hundreds of years ago, that we would have just said, oh, it'll never change. We've been owning slaves and we've been doing this for hundreds of years. So how are we going to change that? Do you think that just because a culture has been indoctrinated into a worldview that owning and enslaving blacks is okay, that it won't be able to change?
When it comes to like slavery, I would have to say that it's because like the human race is like supposed to be the superior race, I think, like the highest race. So like
Okay, so superiority.
work with like change and stuff and adjust to change, while like animals, I mean, animals like we feed off animals, we feed off like things that are grown and born here, and like.
Sure. So. Yeah, it's a good point. So do you think that if we have superiority over something, that we actually have more of an ethical obligation to watchdog over other things and take care of them and provide well-being, or give other things better experience of well-being, and care for them?
It seems like it should be that way. I mean, if you're capable and like at that point, then I mean it feels like it should.
Yeah, it feels like the ethically right thing to do, right?
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah. So we have agreement there. So that's really the core of our value system as vegans, and I wouldn't say all vegans are that way. We have social justice warrior vegans that are going to try to promote the view of intersectionality and different social justice movements. There are more right-wing political vegans, left-wing political vegans. Some people are trying to promote their agenda. We promote logical consistency, and we're trying to just gauge people intellectually and understand their reasons, their justifications, their rationalizations for consuming animals.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's good. It's good to like have a different point of view, like listen to other people and listen to what they have to say and bring to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I love hearing other. Even if it differs. I mean, I used to not be vegan. I used to. Thank you for your time, man. That was awesome. Do you think you would try out like a 22-day vegan challenge online?
I have no idea. That'd be really hard.
What do you think's hard about it? Like food-wise, is there something? Do you feel like limiting you?
It's because like I don't know. I just feel like with meat, like it just tastes better, like meat. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, have you tried like some mock meats? Like, oh dude, there's hella protein. Actually, some of the most protein-dense foods on the planet are plant-based, algae-based. Algae-based proteins. They have a complete amino acid profile. Spirulina, 20 grams of protein per 100 calories. I mean, you can't tell me that that's not a shit ton of protein. So. Yeah, no, probably it's objectively true. So, yeah. But
it'd be hard to.
Yeah, I mean, if I told you that there are other options present and I gave you that information, would you be interested? Like pea protein and some like different emulsifiers, and it's healthy too. Like it's good. It's good stuff. No cholesterol, or well, no high cholesterol. That is.
That's good,
so. Yeah, totally.
I probably would try that, but it's just. Man, like, it's because like me, like when it comes to like eating like non-meat stuff, I'm just like, damn. To do it for a long period of time, it'd be hard, like really hard.
So, do you think if you found alternatives for these other things that you enjoy, and you found an alternative for them, you would you would eat those alternatives? Like, let's say the scale of taste was like, we have beef, which is like 80% of taste value. Let's give it a value. So you have regular beef, that's like 80 on the taste value. And then we have like Beyond Beef, which is like 75 on the taste value. Would you replace it? Or do you think your taste probably?
Probably.
So would you be willing to give it a try?
Probably, yeah, just
probably.
Try, and I'll like decide from there if I want to like.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, but
awesome.
I'd probably try it. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, there you go, man. Sweet. That's sweet. Thanks for interviewing. Awesome. Thank you. This is how animals should be living. Just chilling.
Everyone should get a turkey selfie. Put it separate.
We should create a trend, a turkey selfie trend. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the bell next to the subscribe button, which will broadcast a notification of when I send out a new video or when I go live on YouTube for a live stream. For further content, feel free to support on Patreon. It is a virtual tipping jar, and it helps me to continue my activism and bring new, fresh content to you guys, as well as new equipment that will help increase the production quality of my channel. Much love, and I appreciate the feedback. Feel free to leave some comments and all that, and I look forward to further content.
Any pig visual stuff, I have a ton of videos on there from every every like pig video I've gone to.
That's right. It's Instagram, Eddie_Hoffman.
Eddie_Hoffman is my Instagram, and basically also my YouTube. So
yes.